All right, Sag, let's get into your reading here. Okay, what do we have for Sag, please? Show me what we have for Sag. Six of Swords at the foundation. You know, Sag, before I started your reading, I could hear these leaves outside blowing around, and it just made me think that you guys are really moving on from something that is just really, it's just really dead to you now. So just a quick little thought there, but let's keep going, see what we have for Sag. So we got the Six of Swords here. So this is all about relocating and moving. Like I was saying, it's like the dying leaves are falling. There's no growth here anymore. You're moving away from something, and you finally see it. I feel like whatever this was it wasn't underwatered, it was overwatered. Wow, Ace of Pentacles in reverse at the Sacral. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is going to be, it's stress, debt. So this could have been a relationship you guys were in, and it's just led to nothing but debt and greed. And I feel like the foundation that this was built on, I got to say it, I feel like it was all superficial anyway. Like there's a superficial energy here, and I feel like the people that were involved in whatever this is, whether it was a business partnership or a relationship, whatever it is, I feel like everybody's having to pay now for this. And there's a lot of lessons being learned here, especially with this Two of Wands, which is, well, this is about traveling, right? Travel plans. So it's like everybody's now making plans to finally move away from this energy, right? Ten of Cups at the heart. So this is a good sign. I feel like, Sag, you're actually kind of hopeful in a sense. Like there's, I don't know, maybe you're moving on to greener pastures. Pisces energy here. Like, I actually don't feel like you're that sad about it anymore, Sag. I feel like you're just so worn down by it, but you're just really excited for the next chapter in your life. This is what I'm getting. And you've learned some major lessons here. I just saw the Four of Pentacles, so I feel like you're keeping your moves to yourself here, Sag. Eight of Swords, yeah, at the throats. This is all about self-imposed prisons. So I feel like there's been an energy with Sag where they've kept themselves in this misery state for way too long, right? So it's this self-imposed place. I felt it in the collective. It's almost like a frustration that the other zodiac signs in the collective have had towards the Saggy collective because they haven't been moving on. And this has been like halting evolution, energetically speaking. When you look at things from a macro perspective, a universal perspective, it's like there's been a bunch of Sages who have just been stuck. But I feel this energy moving now, especially with Mars in Scorpio, or Scorpio and Mars, rather. It's just it's a forceful energy, right? It's a determined, forceful energy, and it's taking no frickin' prisoners. Wow, there's that Four of Pentacles again, but it's in reverse. Yeah. So when it's in reverse, this is going to be... So this is all about... well, this is all about poverty mindset. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is the state I feel like you guys have been stuck in, Sag, with this Four of Pentacles in reverse at the third eye. So it's basically an energy that you were vulnerable to. It's like you made yourself vulnerable to this energy because maybe there was some sort of childhood wounding here where you feel like maybe you felt like you didn't deserve any better. And I get it. I've been in that position before, and you don't see it until you see it, right? You have to sort of start up-leveling, and then you see where you were, and you're like, what the hell? I actually allowed that person to treat me this way. I kept myself in this place. Eight of Swords, the self-imposed prison. Six of Pentacles. See, this Ten of Cups at the heart, though, too. I feel like this could be... I feel like you guys are moving on to greener pastures, however that shows up for you. Maybe you guys live out in the country. I'm kind of picking that up. But it could also be the hope that you had for this, if it's a relationship. Like you actually thought this, but I feel like, Sag, I got to say it, I feel like you're trying to polish a turd here. I mean, especially with the Six of Pentacles at the crown, it's almost like you were trying to make this into something that it was never meant to be. Like it looked all pretty on the outside, but inside it wasn't all there. I don't want to say it was rotten or anything like that. I don't want to judge, right? I feel a need not to judge here because I feel like both sides of this situation, you and the person you're dealing with or the people you're dealing with, I feel like everybody's learned lessons here. And it's just an energy where everybody's like, hey, you know what? I'm good. I'm just taking off now. Wow, look at that. 9 of Swords. Sag, that's your energy at the foundation. So this is very much where I feel like you guys are at. You're like, wow, I can't believe I've just been through all that. However long this was, 3, 7 years. I'm kind of getting those numbers. Maybe you're 37. But it's like you've learned these lessons now, and you're not going to allow yourself to move back into this cycle again. And moving forward, you're going to take this. You're going to take this as a. You're going to take this, first of all, as a lesson learned, but you're also, I feel the energy where you guys want to speak about this, right? And see, I always say our biggest struggles in life are our purposes in life, right? Now, your passions that's a different thing, right? Maybe you had to transmute generational karma in your family, and you can use this to set yourself on your path. That's like a purpose. And then your passion, maybe you're a musician or something, that could be a passion. And so it's like you wrap your purpose around your passion and you allow your purpose to catapult your passion forward. I've been doing this in my own life. I don't want to speak too much about what I'm working on because I don't like to do that. I like to just put things out when they're done and complete or when they're close to being put out, right? But I feel like this is what you guys are kind of seeing now, right? It's like, okay, the biggest obstacles in my life are what put me on my path. They're kind of like the fuel. And then once I get down that road, then I can start working on my passions again. And then you're in line with God. And it's like God is blessing your passions then. It's like God is saying to you, thank you. You've done so much for the collective, the greater good of the planet. You're helping us to transmute this negative karma, this negative lower vibrational energies in your life. And when you're doing it in your life, and say your neighbor, your friend is doing the same thing, that all adds up. And that adds up to the collective greater good, right? So it's like we have to keep ourselves in this balanced yin-yang energy, and the flow is right down the middle, right? So balancing the feminine and masculine, and then that also happens on the macro perspective, as above, so below, with the planet and the universe. And I think you guys are starting to understand this now. This is all stuff that I've come to understand really the past 6 months to the year. Like, how I am is how the universe... Okay, so the way I am in my own personal life is what I'm projecting out to the universe, and the universe is accepting that from me and putting that in like this equation with everybody else's energy. So how do you want to show up to the universe, right? Do you want to show up as a high vibe person who's actually adding to the collective greater good, or do you want to show up as a low vibe person who's actually an agent of de-evolution, right? Because if we're not adding to the collective greater good, then we're just de-evolving, right? Okay, so Gemini, lover's energy at the sacral here. So I feel like this is you. This goes along exactly with what I was saying. This is a balancing of these two polarities, right? So this is... so the lover's card is like... It's the strength of two together, right? So the twins, right? So let's just say this is divine masculine, divine feminine. Now this is a balancing of you, right? And see how it kind of looks like it's a play, right? Everything kind of looks like it's cut out, like it's like a school play sort of. It's like you're seeing now how you're the main character in your own play, right? And I feel like you're prepared to really step into that energy now. The more clarity you're getting around this, the more you're stepping into this energy. 5 of Wands So this is all about challenges and obstacles, right? So you're getting around these obstacles, which I really feel are just you. At the end of the day, the only obstacles we have in our life are the obstacles by which we react, or by how we allow things to affect us, right? And I understand that there's a lot of things outside our control, but at the end of the day, it really is how we go about processing it all. And I feel like you guys are taking control over this now. You're not allowing these obstacles to stop you any longer, because you're realizing it's kind of just a state of mind. They don't even exist, right? It's just that lower vibrational frequency trying to slow you down. 7 of Swords, the Sun, Devil, Capricorn. So with this 7 of Swords energy, this is all about dishonesty, right? And running away. And I really feel like this is the energy that you guys have been sitting in. It's like you guys were like swimming in a cesspool of just like this really toxic betrayal, right? But you're really seeing how it was all just a reflection of perhaps how you were showing up in the world, or how maybe other people are perceiving you, or really how you felt about yourself, you know? And then it's like with this Sun energy, it's giving me the sense here. Well, first of all, this Sun card is like Bizarro Sun to me. So it's like the little girl is trying to keep this little boy stuck in a cycle. Look, they're standing in the yin yang symbol. She's got her hand hidden. And then there's those 2 flowers over there, which are, I see them as like being hidden from that little boy, right? So that could be seen as like his 9th and 10th step in life, whereas he's stuck at the 8s here, right? Constantly, like the 8s are all about the 8 of Cups is all about walking away from something, but I feel like there's been like a perpetual walking away. The cycle you've been stuck in is the cycle of walking away. Maybe this is an environment that you grew up in. Maybe you saw your parents constantly leaving each other and coming back to each other, or threatening this, and then you've just mirrored this in your own adult life. It's very sad when this happens, and I know this energy very well, guys. I know it all too well, because this is the type of stuff I dealt with as a kid and dealt with in my adult life, and it's stuff that I have to work on all the time, right? So I can have meaningful, loving, and successful relationships in my life. But this is just an energy here where you were stuck in this demonic cycle. And then Devil, Capricorn energy. So yes, this is, you guys were like bound to this. It's like you committed to the devil in a sense with whatever this energy was. I feel like you guys were just in some sort of really toxic relationship that you guys are finally moving away from now. And I got Hangman Pisces energy, so this is seeing things from a different perspective at the bottom of the deck. But let me pull from the demon deck here, see what demon you guys have been dealing with, and then we'll close this out. All right, what demon has Saggy been dealing with here, please? Okay. 5 of Pentacles, Gamagan. Teaches all liberal sciences, gives an account of souls that died in sin. So 5 of Pentacles is all about poverty. It's ill health, it's worry. It's like the worst card in the deck to me is 5 of Pentacles, right? Nobody wants to be in poverty, whether it's financial or mental or emotional poverty, lack mentality. This is where you've been stuck, Sag, because I feel like maybe this is what you guys felt like. It's like you guys didn't feel like you deserved any better than this, right? And see, this reminds me of Sag too, because of the horse, and it's like the what is it? The Saggy. It's the bow and arrow, and is it the? I can't remember what it is now. Anyway, it doesn't make a difference, but it always reminds me of Saggy when I see horses, because. Well, also because Saggies are supposed to be free, right? They're like the horse, like running through the fields, right? They want to be adventurous, and they want to explore, right? So it's like this energy was holding you back. And see how it's like the horse is almost aged? It's like, I've been here for so long, right? What is this? You know, it's just like this demonic energy that's held you guys back, Sag. But I really do feel like you guys are moving on from this. You're preparing to. And for that, Sag, I'm really proud of you guys. And I hope that this resonates and this helps you guys on your path. And I appreciate you guys watching. Okay, Sag? All right, Sag. I feel a little emotional. I feel like some of you guys out there might be emotional right now, going through some stuff. But your season's coming up. We're in Scorpio season right now, so it's all about transformation, stripping of the ego. So you have this great opportunity to really up level, and you guys should take it. And I think you guys are going to. All right, Sag, if you want a personal, all that information will be in the description below. Please like and subscribe. And guys, thank you for your donations. I really appreciate it. Take care.